Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Transform Your Practice, Transform Your Life. My name is Christina Schneider and I'm a practice success coach here at the Ultimate Estate Planner. And today's episode is entitled The Secret to Client Retention, Why Your Firm Needs a Monthly Email Newsletter, right? And so we utilize an email newsletter at Phil Cavish's estate planning law firm. And I have to say, it is something that I, at first, was a little hesitant to understand if and how it might potentially generate new business. But as I've seen over the years, the number of clients that have continuously come back, have referred friends and family members, have been engaging with the newsletter, I can certainly see how this is a fantastic tool for client retention. So what we're talking about is a monthly email newsletter that you send to your clients. Just a really huge tip here. It should not be about blah, 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 boring estate planning. Not everybody wants to hear about estate planning every single month and month in and month out. But what I would say is that you can certainly utilize stories that you tell and tie them back to the importance of estate planning, right? And you can, I know that I've seen Phil utilize travel stories or stories about his mom or stories about his family, stories about his grandkids, and have you really utilized that in some way to kind of tie back to the importance of estate planning and your legacy and taking care of your loved ones and really hitting home on a lot of those concepts. And so really utilizing personal stories, your clients love personal stories. They like to connect with humans, not just kind of stock articles about estate planning. Also, think about it. You don't want to write articles about the importance of estate planning when these are your clients who have already taken care of their estate planning. You know, you can reiterate certain things about estate planning, maybe even other areas of or other strategies, estate planning strategies that you may have that maybe they weren't aware of, that this is a great way to kind of roll that out in kind of a passive way without kind of, directly marketing to them about those services. Other ways that we use our newsletter is obviously we promote our upcoming seminars. And again, it becomes a fantastic way to re-engage clients, to get them to refer friends and family members, come to, join us for a breakfast seminar, grab a friend or family member that could benefit from our services. We'd love to see you. And it's a fantastic way to do that. We also promote our Google reviews. And so it's a great way to encourage Google reviews. I know that when we started to do that, we saw an increase in our Google reviews. We kind of say something like, we might feature a couple of the Google reviews we received. And then we say, thank you so much for your kind comments. And if you haven't left us a Google review yet, we would encourage you to do so. And we give them the instructions on how to do that. And so you can sign up for any kind of, easy to use, user-friendly email client, such as MailChimp or Constant Contact. We've used both of those. They're pretty user-friendly that you could have a staff person or someone in your office essentially be able to set up a monthly email newsletter. And the really big and important key for you is to be consistent. Nothing's worse than advertising a monthly email newsletter and it's like once every random 4 or 6 months or something like that, right? And so consistency is really key. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to get a month or two ahead before you launch. And that way you're always a month or two ahead so that you're not kind of jammed up for time. And then of course, my just time management tip here is to make sure that you block the time to work on it. I'm going to say more is less. So, or less is more, not more is less. Less is more here because I would rather have you consistently get something out and have it just be a simple one page, one article and your upcoming seminars and Google reviews and let that be it and get that out once a month, then have, this glorious, perfected, newsletter with all this material and all this content that no one signed up for on a random Tuesday to receive and read through, right? I'm not going to give any names, but I had an attorney client who said to me, Christine, I really don't know about a monthly newsletter, but what about a quarterly one? And I worked with him to get a quarterly newsletter set up. And so I was working with him to get this newsletter set up. I had initially decided, I think you could still do what we do on a monthly basis and have 2 articles in your upcoming seminars and your Google reviews. You could have something like a restaurant recommendation, a book recommendation, or something, nice and kind of personalized in there. And then all of a sudden it became like he wanted like 6 articles, and he was like going through them and he was overthinking them, and he never got a newsletter out. And finally I was just like, I don't think I can help you with this, and we're not doing anything, we're not getting it out. And I was like, but while you're working on 6 articles, which is a lot for someone to go through in a newsletter, you could have gotten 6 monthly newsletters out for the last 6 months. You could have gotten 3 newsletters out with 2 articles in each one out, and something would have gone out. And so I really encourage you to not let your kind of type A perfectionist mentality kind of hold you back here, and prevent you from getting something done. But I have seen the impact of those that have done email newsletters to continue to stay engaged with their clients, to bring back existing clients when they have updates and changes, and to help encourage additional referrals and new business. So it is honestly an overlooked strategy, and it's a very low cost one other than your time, because you can just send out emails through a pretty affordable email service, and it's not an old school paper mailed email newsletter. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that you found this episode helpful. As always, if you have not subscribed, be sure to do so. If you would like some guidance and some assistance on setting up a newsletter, I do have a much lengthier instant download program on how to set up a monthly email newsletter. So definitely go to our website at www.ultimateestateplanner.com. Do a search for newsletters. You should find our instant download program there. And with that, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to be here with us. I look forward to continuing to help you unlock your practice's potential. Goodbye, everyone.